Hi everyone, this is a presentation video for the Garrett AT Pro International metal detector item that I'm currently listing for sale on TradeMe. This video is being recorded on the 29th of March 2017, and I'd like to take this opportunity to address some of the questions I had about a metal detector with my previous listing that didn't sell the unit. Now, one of the questions was if it comes with a coil cover, and yes it does. Actually, the kit I bought it with comes with headphones as well, which have a really particular type of jack, which is actually proprietary to Garrett, so you will need those as well. I don't currently have them with me, but they will be in the package you will receive. They are pristine as well, never been used actually. The coil cover itself has this little crack here, which I fixed with some glue, and this other little one here which didn't require fixing, and those are because when I first got the unit I hurried to put it on and I accidentally cracked it, to be honest, but it does not affect the integrity of the coil cover as well, and it does a really good job at protecting the coil, which as you can see is in like new condition. These little discolorations are actually like, this is how it comes from the factory. So on to the features of the unit. I'm just gonna put the cover on, which is not the easiest thing to do with one hand, but there we go. You can see, still holding strong. Don't you just love glue? Anyway, on to the presentation. So, to turn this on, just before I do that, mind you, the plastic that covers the screen has this itty bitty scratches that don't affect the visibility in any way, but I just thought who's ever going to buy this might want to know about it in advance. Now, to turn it on, those little scratches, I'd just like to mention, I usually carry this around in a backpack on my bike, so this is how little scratches come to be. You never think that anything is gonna happen in a backpack, but mysteriously it does. Now, like I said, it doesn't affect the visibility anyway, and to turn this on you just have to hold the power button, press for 1 second. There we go. Now, I've used it in custom mode because this allows me to discriminate everything that's under 60, which is gonna be iron stuff or aluminium, which can sometimes give similar reading to silver. Actually, they're chemically really close, so I'm thinking that's why. Anyway, so I keep it in the high 60s, 70s and so on, and that's where the bronze, silver and gold is. And as a general rule of thumb, if sound is high and clear, then you might want to dig for that. Some of the features this unit has are notch discrimination. Like I said, in the custom mode you can choose notches you'd like to discriminate or put back on. So let's just leave that one on there. There's ground balance. Now, since this is already ground balanced for the field I'm filming in, it's not gonna give out any sound, just ever so faint. This is extremely useful if you're changing the area in which you're going to detect. For example, you want to go off to some highly mineralized soil that's going to be different than the one you're currently metal detecting, and you are definitely going to need to do the ground balance to eliminate some of those extra noises that you might hear and get you excited for not a really good reason. Also, I'd like to mention this model, it is submergible up to 2 meters, if I'm not mistaken. I've never did it myself, but there's plenty of YouTube videos that shows just that. Now another feature that this has is iron discrimination. So you can choose just what level of iron you'd like to discriminate, and it goes up to 40. Beyond that, you have to do it with the manual one, obviously. Iron audio, you can turn that on and off. Never used it, can't really tell you much about what it does right now. And the mode, of course, in which you can go to coins mode, and zero discrimination, in which, as you can see, it will pick up anything from 0 to high 90s. Now I'll keep it in the custom mode for the sake of this demonstration, and I'm going to use my wedding ring to show what that reads like. Okay, there you go. Okay, now, so there we go. That's what you want to hear. Doesn't that sound awesome? Yes, it does. So if it's high 70s, you're already talking about 16, 18 carats and up for gold. It shows depth as well. This is just sounding beautiful. I would dig for this right now if it wouldn't be on the surface, but it is. Now another question I was asked was if the pinpoint works. Oh, and yes, it does. So the way this works, you have to hold the pinpoint button pressed, and as you can see, sound intensifies the closer you get to the unit, to the target. Sorry about that. There you go. Nice. So it usually, if this is underground, to make sure this is a detectable target that you want to dig for, you have to go for it from this angle, and then you have to change the angle approach with 90 degrees. Go like that. Same thing. Again. And again. And if this has a consistent reading, like this one has, is 75, 77, 78, something like that, then you definitely want to dig for that. So just one more time to make sure. Pinpoint. There you go. That's really, really close. That's less than 5 centimeters from the target, so that's why it shows so strong. This is extremely useful, especially when you have a bunch of mud in your hand and you're not gonna see the target itself. What I usually do, for example, is take a half, I split the mud or the soil into 2 halves, take one of them and just pass it above the coil, and then you see which one has the target you're searching for on and which doesn't. Hopefully you'll find a nice ring like this, or some nice gold nugget. So this being said, ring is back on my finger, just for my wife to feel secure about that, right? Yeah, great unit. Buy it, you won't find it cheaper than this. Price, the new price for this is $1,300. Definitely not gonna pay that buying it used or slightly used, like it's the case with mine. This is also extremely useful, makes it really easy to carry around, and yeah. Okay, thank you for your time, and have fun. Cheers.